Welcome to Jets Talk. My name's Ryan. I'll be your pilot. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. If you've been here before, welcome back. I love having you here. Boys and girls, I'm very excited about this news. Mike Evans and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at an impasse with a new contract. This guy is definitely going to get moved. 100%, I think. I don't believe the Buccaneers are going to wind up giving him what he's ultimately going to want. So I want to go over what's going on with the news, what it's going to cost to get him, what the contract's going to cost, and can the Jets actually bring him in? But let's jump right into the statement released by his agent. Mike Evans wants the next phase of his career to be with an organization who wants him and wants him to help win a Super Bowl, which is why we have informed the Buccaneers organization that we will discontinue contract discussions as of September 9th, 2023. Please direct any inquiries, blah, 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 blah. September 9th is one day before the Bucs take the field. So this is clearly coming to a head right now. He's either going into the final year of his deal and he's saying, hey, that's it. You know, we're going to play out this season and then I'm going to go wherever I want to go. And the big thing about that is he's going into the 10th year of his NFL career. And after 10 years, as far as a comp pick goes, even though he's going to get a massive contract after the season, the Bucs would be they should be more apt to move him because the highest compensation pick you can get for a 10-year veteran is a 5th round pick, which means why would you wait and get it wouldn't even be a 2024 5th round pick, it'd be a 2025 5th round pick. So you're going like way further out down the line. So this seems like it would make a ton of sense to trade your stud wide receiver in a season that I think a lot of people probably anticipate the Bucs going into a rebuild mode pretty shortly here. As far as the Jets, what kind of cap space do we have? $20 million per over the cap. Spot Track has us a little bit lower at 13.7, so I'm not exactly sure why that's quite as different as it is. But Jets have some cap space to move. And just yesterday, Joe Douglas gave a press conference talking about an in-season acquisition.
Yeah, I think every situation is a little different. The Super Bowl year in Philly, we had an opportunity to acquire Jay Ajayi, and bringing him in with LeGarrette, it really solidified the running back room, and we were a buzzsaw in the playoffs that year. So, you just have to be ready. When this opportunity comes, you don't know who or when it's going to happen, but again, we've got great flexibility moving forward if that opportunity does present itself.
You're telling me Mike Evans, who had joint practices with the New York Jets, didn't have discussions with his agents and say, yo, they're doing a lot of cool stuff up in New York. There's a vibe up there. I want to get up there. I want to get up with Aaron Rodgers. I see Corey Davis just retired. While we were at joint practices with them, they could use a big body wide receiver like me. This is the type of receiver I want. Like, as much as I really like Mooney and Brown and, Boyd and all the other receivers that we just made a video about, literally, Mike Evans is the perfect specimen as far as wide receiver complement to what the Jets already have in the locker room right now. Now, as far as contract goes, it's believed that he's going to want a 3-year, $80 million contract. That's similar to the extension, or exactly the extension that Cooper Kupp received last year. Now, as far as the comp between the two of them, Cooper Kupp, before he got his contract, was 29 years old, had 145 receptions the previous season, 1,947 yards and 16 touchdowns. By example, Mike Evans, 30 years old, had 77 receptions last year, 1,124 yards and 6 touchdowns. So basically like half of what Cooper Kupp did. So I don't know if I'd necessarily be looking to give him, that amount of money. Like 3 years, $80 million is 26.6 million a year or something like that. That is a lot of cheddar. But Mike Evans is also one of the only players. I think he is the only player through the first 8 years of an NFL career having 1,000 yards each and every season. I think he's actually done it. Has he done it every single year? I think he's done it every single year. Yeah, every season he's been in the league since 2014. He has had over 1,000 yards and has had basically like around 8 to 14 touchdowns. 14 was his high. 5 and 3, like early in his career, were low. But this is huge. This is absolutely massive. This is a player that doesn't become available very frequently. And when you look at his valuation from over the cap, he's going into the final year. He's making $14.5 million this year. But look at like where they value him. That green line is roughly where his average is going to be. So they're saying like 17 to 20 million. Heck, I'll give you 20 million. Maybe if he comes to the Jets, he's not going to want like the over the top type contract. But even still, if he does, like, who cares? We've got the money right now. Let's go win a ring. Let's go out. And this dude's been team first the entire time. He has taken pay cut after restructure to make everything work with Tom Brady. You don't think he has, like, he's licking his chops, looking at Aaron Rodgers, looking at Cook coming up here. We got Breece Hall, Sauce Gardner. Oh, Garrett Wilson. Come on. This has got to happen. I want Mike Evans in a New York Jet uniform. I think it is going to happen. There's no way it's a coincidence that Joe Douglas gave that interview yesterday, and then just hours later, Mike Evans releases this statement. I would love to see this happen. I think this is probably going to cost you, look, it's got to be I would say a second-round pick for Mike Evans, but maybe it's a little bit less based on the amount of money that he's going to want. So you're talking somewhere in there. The Jets aren't going to have a first-round pick because of the Aaron Rodgers trade, but if you could get Mike Evans and you could throw away your second-round pick for a stud wide receiver for the next 2, 3, 4 years potentially while you have Aaron Rodgers, go do it while Garrett Wilson is on his rookie contract. Make it happen. Jet fans, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Are the Jets going to get Mike Evans? Do you want Mike Evans? Do you want a different wide receiver? What do you think of the money that's going to cost to go get him? Let me know in the comment section down below. And as always, go Jets.